Well, here we are again for another Friday fishing forecast. The weekend is upon us. Unfortunately, we might have some issues with a tropical storm / hurricane. This thing has been all over the place this last week, so you might want to kind of keep your eye on it and see what it's going to do. I typically like to fish before a tropical system because the bite usually will go off because that low pressure starts to lower and those fish, it will trigger the fish to eat. I can't tell you how many times I've done that, even if it's a cold front or a tropical storm / hurricane. If you can get out this weekend, Saturday looks like the better day of the two. So if you're going to get out, I would get out on Saturday. It's just all dependent. This thing could go far east. It could swing back west. They don't really know yet, but just keep your eye on that and just pay attention to it. But if you can get out, I would definitely get out on Saturday. Now let's go ahead and talk about this weekend's tides and salooner periods. On Saturday, we have a high tide at 11:43 a.m. at a 2.72 foot. And then we have a strong outgoing tide at a negative 0.9 foot at 7:36 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a high tide at 12:32 p.m. at a 2.75 foot. And then we have a low tide at 8:17 p.m. at a negative 0.7. So as you see, the tides on the incoming tide is a really slow tide on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're going to target grouper and snapper, you definitely want to work that slower tide. And as soon as it starts to drop and go out, if you're looking for inshore fish or even tarpon, that would be the time to look for those. We saw a lot of tarpon this last weekend, and I don't fish for tarpon anymore, but there was a ton of them in the area that we were fishing, and they were feeding on small little fry bait. So if you go out and you're looking for tarpon and you find them, just make sure you pay attention to what's going on and what's in the area bait wise, because these fish were just coming up and gulping on these tiny little bait. And I can't tell you, we've used bait this small for tarpon and literally dropped it right next to the boat. You couldn't cast it, it was so small. We dropped it right next to the boat, and literally within 10 seconds we hooked up to about 110-pound tarpon. So always match the hatch, and that goes with every fish. If you see crabs flushing or if you see tiny little bait, that is what those fish are going to be keyed in on. Matter of fact, this last weekend Chad caught a grouper in that area where we were catching where the small bait was, and this grouper was just throwing up all kinds of the small bait. So always try to match the hatch of the area that you're in. Now let's go ahead and talk about the salooner times. On Saturday, we have a major feeding time from 11:56 to 1:56 p.m. and then we have a minor from 7:05 p.m. to 8:05 p.m. And on Sunday, we have a major from 12:51 p.m. to 2:51 p.m. and then we have a minor from 7:56 to 8:56 p.m. Now, I just want to say thanks again for all the support, all the people coming by. It's so wonderful to meet so many new people. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, subscribe to our YouTube page, because we're getting very close to that 12,000 subscriber mark. So as soon as we hit that 12,000 subscriber mark, we are going to be picking another winner to go fishing with us. So in the next couple of weeks, I was going to invite one of the guys this weekend, but with the storm coming in and everything else, I didn't want to deal with it. So probably the following weekend, we're going to start getting the guys that won the 10,000, 11,000, and then our boat show winner out on the water within the next consecutive weeks. And then by that time, we'll already have our 12,000 subscriber winner. We should have it probably by the end of this weekend, beginning of next week. So if you haven't subscribed, go there, subscribe, and then go to our website, tampabayfishingchannel.com, and sign up there to put your name in. So signing up there is what puts your name into the contest, but subscribing to the YouTube page gets us faster to that 12,000 person mark. So again, thank you very much for all the support. And as we like to say here, fish more, catch more, and have a great, safe weekend, and keep your eye out on the weather.